Alrighty guys, so went over to the tank garage and I got me a shifter ball, and I had to clean the threads up on the shift handle and the ball. And what else have I done? Put the original shift rod back on because there's still chrome on it. Chrome won't get you home, but it looks a little better. So, and I found a gas tank over there. And at some point I'll get either a round hour gauge or an amp gauge or something and just stick in it, just so there's not a big gaping hole in the dash. Might even have an old oil pressure gauge somewhere, but oil pressure don't do you no good on an engine don't have an oil pump. So I don't know. Maybe a volt gauge would not be bad, something like that. But everything's in here. So shift handle squared away. That. I've been kind of looking at the wiring. I yanked the old wiring out of this machine. Basically, they pulled they left all the connectors. They must have took all the connectors with the engine when they took it off, and they just pulled the wires off out of the connectors. So, alright guys, that's going to be it for this morning. I'll get back at this later on. So I haven't really been videotaping a whole lot, but I was testing and the starter solenoid is bad. It won't work. I've been messing with that for a little while. I got the throttle and choke cable hooked up. I actually need to oil up the choke cable a little bit. It's a little dark over here, but hopefully you guys can take my word for it. The throttle cable is there, and the choke cable is there. That's all in. I got the key switch and the wiring harness. It's sitting in here. I still need to tie the wires to the side and stuff, and the same thing with the throttle and choke cable, but I wanted to wait till I'm done with the wiring. Now the wiring harness that came with the engine has the old 10 amp style, and the voltage regulator that's on here is the newer 3 in a row style. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to pull the connectors out of the plastic part, and then I'll just have to stick them on individually, and that's the way it's gonna have to be. The other thing I may do, since this is the wire, the main power wire right here, this should really have a fuse in it, some kind of fuse. No matter whether it's a 20 or 25, just something. 20 amp should be plenty because it's only probably a 15 amp charging system. So I'll get a 20 amp fuse and put in here somehow. And a new starter solenoid to make it 100%, but for right now I can just start it with a jump box or jumper cable or something for right now until I get one, because it's Saturday. I'll get one from work Monday when I go there. So it would be nice to hear this thing running this weekend. At least drive it 2 foot, whatever. You guys know my style. Once I do that, and then I'll get back on the 430 over here. So let me see what I can do here. I still need to tighten the spark plug yet. I haven't done that. And just check over a couple things. So let me get at it, guys. I'll bring you guys back and make some more progress. So guys, been working on the 566 here some. I did the wiring. I put oil in the transmission up to the add mark, just because I wanted to try this, and basically I'm to a point where turns over and everything. I have tested, made sure it still has spark, so we're good there. So basically now all I need is the fuel system, a gas tank with a fuel line down to the fuel pump, and then she'll be a runner. Then we can hook an attachment on it. Still need to do a little bit of work up here, zip ties and a battery hold down of some stature or type. Whether I wedge a piece of wood in there, the old school bungee over the top, whatever. Just needs to hold down. So, that's going to be it for tonight because I mounted the starter solenoid. I gave it a shot of carb cleaner, made sure it was still run. So, we're all good to go there. Once I get the fuel system on it, then I can try the gears and stuff. And make sure it A goes forward and backwards. I guess I could almost do that with the starter, but no reason to crank on the starter when it does run. So, alright guys, maybe tomorrow night I'll get this finished up. Maybe I'll put a 40-inch commercial mower on it or something. I don't know, just to run it. So, later guys.